Good evening, legends. Welcome back. Just want to give you the latest updates from today's AMA. Let's get to it. If you didn't see the last two posts from Forex in the Telegram group, pause the video so you can see these. They were in the previous dispatch. Let's get to the AMA. So, in reference to the game theory that he wanted to add, the issue that he saw with the game theory with the animal farm is that people could use DRIP and the BUSD to farm the pig token. This is an issue as there is no vesting on the pig tokens like there is for the dog token. The vesting model on dog prevents the immediate dumping of the dog token, but there's nothing like that in the pig pen, assuming like the pig token. The vesting model heavily encourages people to use the dog token in the way it was intended to farm the pigs. If people can skip the dog vesting by just farming pigs with drip, it makes it so the barrier for farming with dogs is much higher and maybe not worth it for a lot of users. And that's a significant issue with the game theory. Drip people or the drippers can use drip to skip the vesting, and this could put people off that they were only interested in using the farm and not drip. And this is again what I was making that point of for the legends. When it comes to the farm, it's totally different from the faucet because you don't have to worry about the game theory like you have to do with the drip garden and with the piggy bank. All right, so Forex knew that the game theory and the rest of the farm could overcome that issue with drip farming the pig scenario, but he wanted to change it regardless and make it a better system overall. Like I say, Forex is always going to do its best for the community. So he wanted to ensure that drip and the drip holders still has some sort of benefit from the animal farm. He said he didn't change it initially because he didn't have an idea on how to replace that value for the drip holders. But he knew if he didn't work out a clever way to do it, that the drippers would be upset. This is what I'm saying. The man cares. So removing drip BUSD from earning the pigs makes a massive impact on the game theory of the animal farm. But then the issue, we just had to reduce the value on drip. So we had to think of a way that we're going to maintain or improve the value of drip use in the animal farm. So what they decided was to go with moving the drip BUSD to the dog's MasterChef contract. So now you are farming dog tokens, which has the vesting model. So you're being rewarded in the asset that has a vesting model, which encourages you to use the dogs to farm BNB or the pigs. Boom. He said there will be an increased multiplier for the drip BUSD farm, so the most efficient way to earn dogs will not be with drip. Will now be with drip. On the Pigs MasterChef contract, drip was the lowest multiplier to earn to earn pigs. On the Dogs MasterChef, drip will be the highest multiplier, so people will be more likely to get in and use the drip to earn the dogs. The drip BUSD will have the highest multiplier to earn dogs. People will come in and look at how they earn dogs, and the most effective way will be drip BUSD farm that will do it for them. They will also see that they can add liquidity for free using the drip liberation contract, of course. And the drip farm has a lower overall fee going in and going out. Said this is a great change for pig. Now the only way to get pigs is to buy them, use dogs to farm them, and now the dogs have the vesting model. Okay, now how does it benefit drip? Now, again, like I just stated, it has the drip BUSD farm now has the highest multiplier of all the non-native staking on the farm. He's telling us this before we even get in there. So it can be a 40% multiplier. We don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be the highest multiplier of any non-native staking on the platform. Now with Drip BUSD Farm, they changed the fee structure slightly, and this will add sustained buy pressure on Drip and provide relief for the faucet dividend model. So the old way was 1% in and out fee for Drip BUSD Farm, which was less than all the other farms. Now, on the new one, it's going to be 1% in, 2% out. So again, that's 1% the deposit fee. And if you want to withdraw your funds, it's going to be 2%. The previous model took the DRIP BUSD fees, unpairing it, and sending DRIP to the tax vault. This pumped the price of DRIP. Now, part of the reason was that there was an incentive to buy DRIP, but also that the tax vault was being increased, which was putting relief on the DRIP token because of no minting required. So the increased fee out will have a positive effect on DRIP and its ability to pay out without minting. Now, so on this new model, it will do the same thing, but on jet fuel. So that means it's going to be cooking with grease pretty much. Because not only is it taking the DRIP that's being collected by the fees, it will take the BUSD that it gets and buying DRIP with it and sending that to the tax vault as well. So it's going to 3 to 4x the amount of DRIP being sent to the vault. At the same time, add consistent buy pressure to DRIP. This will have a massive impact on DRIP. Legends, we are all here because of Forex and what he created. I am not one to doubt him. If he thinks, if he knows that this is going to have a positive impact on DRIP, I'm all for it. Okay, so now what's next? So now the game theory change was already implemented yesterday. They're testing themselves and they have an auditor, and that's going to go throughout the weekend. They're going to put it live on a test net, which will allow people to access it as if it was active. And it should give confidence that it's performing as it should, which is the number one thing. Security, decentralization, and functionality are always number one considerations to Forex in the dev team. That's what I'm saying, folks. I understand we have to wait a little bit longer, but think about it. We waited this long. Another 7 days is not going to hurt us. And if the DRIP is going to be affected the way he says it's going to be, it may have been a good thing so you can accumulate a little bit more. Okay, so now if it goes live on Tuesday, he's encouraging people to be positive in the chat because there's still new people coming into the chat all the time. I know it's not none of my legends. They be asking them crazy questions. Well, I still got V1 dogs. What do I do with them? And it's not none of my legends in there that are fudding. And so I guess it's to them other folks. So I'm not even worried about that. But like he says, he's encouraging people to be positive in the chat. And for someone who has been working 18 hours a day to get us to this point and making really tough decisions, give him a break. He'd appreciate it if the people could consider the value that has come out of this change. And don't be purely focused on the launch being pushed back a few days. He says, yes, somebody asked about the marketing. He said, yes, additional marketing will go out indicating the new launch date. That was it wasn't really an issue because we didn't have all the marketing before. So to me, it's either here or there. Anyhow, that's all the AMA. I will put the link in there for the Drip Guide AMA. So if you choose to listen to it, it was about 2+ hours, give or take. And there was a lot more information. And then at the end of the AMA, Brandon Drip Guide was saying, when we look back, and it's 2025, and we look back now to 2022, and we're not us. And the other folks were complaining about the 7-day delay and all the money that they've made and lifestyles that have changed and all the jobs that have been quit and all of the legends that have fired. You know what I'm talking about, the Fire MP series, that nobody's going to care. But I know my legends, we're already ready. It's just another hiccup. It's all good. It just gives us more time to accumulate, hydrate, and compound. That's all it is. So this was for informational and educational purposes only. Never intended as any type of financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor. So don't take this as no financial advice. I'm just passing on the information from today's AMA. So please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And remember, this is an individual endeavor. You do what's best for you, your family, and your family's finances. We got the best developer as we see. He's always going to do what's best for us. The best community. Even with the fudders, we're still 122,000 strong. And number 3, increase knowledge, reduce your risk. The MPs are still there. I'm working on 7 at this current time. So there's going to be a little pause because I know some of my legends woke up this morning and there was nothing there at 7 o'clock on their notification bar. But I had to get everything out because I was basing everything on the 18th. So now I'm going to create these additional ones until the other parts of the ecosystem are developed, like Scratchy and all the other things. But they are in the works. I am back in the lab, and they will be coming. So to all of my legends, engage.